Foxborough Stadium. Sullivan Stadium's the name of the stadium, but it's Foxborough, Massachusetts. This man, the Iron Sheik, is one of those in the 16-man elimination tournament to find the king of the ring. Winner to get a beautiful trophy, plus the prestige of this big tournament, plus Hulk Hogan against Volkov for the title. Monday night, Foxborough.
You know, Freddie Miller, Foxborough, Massachusetts, or Boston Garden, or that area, people crazy about wrestling. And also we have a lot of prejudice people. Anytime we wrestling Boston Garden, anytime wrestling in Providence, we saw thousand American flag, and everybody call USA, USA, Hulkamanian, Paul Androff, whatever. But remember, Foxborough, Massachusetts, Nicola and Avi are ready. We just get back from the gym, and every human being know, Hulk Hogan, that belt you have was mine. No, my partner, Russian Nicola, the strongest man in the world, he is ready. Foxborough, Massachusetts. I hope you American, all American state, Massachusetts, you have enough gasoline to you make it today. Foxborough, Massachusetts. Because Nicola promised me to get that belt from that idiot Hulk Hogan. And then I don't have to talk about myself. Every human being know I'm a king of the wrestling since 18 years old. Now, I heard they bring a steamboat, they bring that idiot junkyard dog, Paul Androff, that Mexican Santoro, to find out who is the best in that tournament. I prove it since 18 years old. And still I'm going to show it again. Foxborough, Massachusetts. Look at me. Cameraman, zoom it.
This Monday night, 7:30.
We had, say what? A whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. This is my house. And when I say who's
word attack skills and vocabulary too. Cover hits in the district edition is all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetary like Doctor Who. So who?
Fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith.
Boom, bap, surprise. Here we are again, Ringtime Pro Wrestling, back at it for another week. Keisha in the ring again. Keisha, say hi to the people.
What up, though? Hey! That's my long drawn out hey for the week.
Yes. So live from the new podcast studios, as we still are getting adjusted in the transition that happened almost a month ago. We are going to bring you our preview of Backlash and go through our week of professional wrestling.
That's right.
Keish, Backlash is one of my favorite pay-per-views from back in the day.
Yes.
I liked it when it was in its original format, right behind WrestleMania.
Of course.
But I'm willing to give this one a shot.
I have to.
So.
I do. I have to. Like, if I don't, I'm going to be really mad at myself for not doing so. But I'm also going to be really mad at myself if it sucks. So, there's that. It is what it is. But we got to give it a shot, Keith. We got to give it a shot.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. No complaints on that. It's been an eventful week. In wrestling, outside of wrestling, different things have happened. We're going to cover all our news and notes. We're going to cover the do's and don'ts and who's doing what, who might be leaving the WWE, who might be trying to get back in, all that stuff, right?
Right.
So, Keith, let's go into this Raw. We have Raw. I'm going to tell you this. Generally, I am not one for the soap opera stuff. I am not one for the violin playing and the whole, oh my God, you lied to me. No, I did not lie, Jimmy.
All right.
Generally, I'm not for that. Keish, this stuff was good.
Okay.
Like the interaction between Foley and Stephanie before the show, where Foley trying to figure out if she'd been lying to him or what happened, and she break it down, and then all the stuff that they have, the exchange, they have great television.
That was awesome, Keith. That was awesome. Like, I was sitting there, I was in the moment. Like, I swear to you, it was me, like, just standing there, like, I didn't lie to you. Like, Like, I'm telling you, that drew me in quick. Oh, man, that drew me in quick. Like, I don't see how you couldn't have felt that moment right there. You know? Like, it was intense. It was intense to the fullest.
Yeah, supposed to. But,
it did every part of his job, I tell you that. I mean, I have to honestly wonder, like, who, like, came up with this stuff? Like, was this, like, some, let me speak from the heart type situation? Like, I don't know. It was really, it made you really think, you know? Like, if you didn't think about all of that before, it definitely put you in that place and situation. And it was like, man, for real? But then if you're me, then you think about, like, all the other times, like, Stephanie has done some really dirty shit, and then you're just kind of like, but she's a good liar, though. So in all fairness, like, I had to be the one to play devil's advocate in that situation and be like, but Stephanie don't have a photo. Like, come on, man. For real? I don't know. Don't let me be the one to put the bullet in the gun. I'm going to walk away. I'll walk away.
Right. You know, I just, just make sure people are taking advantage of each other. So.
Right. True.
So Bayley defeats Charlotte, and she gets a chance at the women's title. But you don't understand, Keish, my frustration with beating the champion to get a shot at the title.
I do understand your frustration.
I think it's the worst booking and it's the laziest booking ever.
I understand your frustrations because it makes zero sense. Like, I really don't understand why, if you could beat the champion, why not have the title, you know? Like, why do I have to beat the champion in order to get a shot at the same person for the title? Like, it makes no sense to me. Zero. I never understood it. From the first time I saw it to now. Like, I just never got that. Because it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I understand beating this person and that person and that person. Like, these are random people. These are separate people. They don't have belts, you know. They might have a belt, but it ain't that one. I never got, like, why you would have a person who could contend for the title beat the champion in order to be the number one contender for the same title that this person is holding, which means that they have to face them again, which means that this is repeated. This is how it's annoying. It's annoying. And so, yeah, I think I kind of get it. I do.
Yeah. So they repackaged Bo Dallas, Keish. Did you notice?
Yeah. Man.
What'd you think?
I'm impressed. I don't know, but it's funny because I don't really know what to take from it, you know? Like, okay, so what now? That's my question. I think I deserve to ask that as anybody else that watched it. So what now? You repackaged Bo Dallas. You had him out here. He beat up a jobber. What do you do next? Like, I'm ready. I'm honestly say I'm ready to see him next week. And the week after that, and the week after that, and see what they do with him. So, I am definitely, I like it. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I like it. I think it was a good progression in his career, so I have no complaints. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. Like, I personally he has my support. I mean, to tell the truth, I've always liked Bo Dallas. Even when he was telling people to Bo leave. Like, I might have not liked that getting too much, but I like him as a wrestler. You know, I'm not going to sit there and act like, you know, it's always all kinds of, oh, he's so wonderful. But yeah, you know, I'm 100% for it. So, I mean, it has its moments. We're going to have moments where we're going to see more and over this. But are they going to run out of jobbers? Because if you got Bo Dallas beating them up, and then you have Braun Strowman beating them up, like, is it going to be, you know? Is it
oh no, you'll never run out of jobbers. Understand? There's indie wrestlers in every city, and people will take that beat down to get on.
This is true.
Yeah, attention's a little diverted, but yeah.
It is what it is. So, did you like it?
Yeah. Just, you know.
I thought it was pretty.
Right. So, Seth Rollins defeated Chris Jericho, Keish. And is it safe to say the face turn is in full effect?
Yes. It is fully safe to say it, and it's awesome. I'm all looking for it. It is definitely, I'm glad that it can be put out there, you know. Yes, go Seth. You know, it's funny because even when he was a heel, I was cheering for him. Many people didn't like it, but I was like, yeah, go Seth, you know. So it wasn't more so, you know, I was there repeating everything he said, but yeah.
No, he was a hard guy to hate as a heel, right? Because think about it. When he was champ, he had a belt. He go out with the belt every week. He figure out a way to win. He still talk his trash every week. After a while, you don't gravitate towards that, right?
Exactly.
Then, when he came off an injury, okay, Keys, wrestle rule number 101. Coming off an injury is babyface, never heel.
Right.
Babyface come out there.
It's funny because he tried. He definitely tried, but, you know, we knew that it wasn't going to last long. Like, we knew that was some kind of fluke, the flimsy, whatever you want to call it. Like, we knew that wasn't going to last long. Come on, man. So, I'm just glad that it's now a definite full face, in your face, you know, type situation going on. I'm excited. You know, I was actually cheering for him when he beat Jericho. That was a good match, by the way. That was an awesome match. I don't know if anybody like really watched it. That match was greatness. I was all into it. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I was glad Seth beat Jericho. And I can't wait to see more of it. Him, that is. Mr. Rollins. So.
Yes. I think you'll see a lot more of him. I mean, think about it. He had to open a segment. He had this middle of the show where we got him squared away as the contender.
Right.
And we'll see how that goes. He's up 2-0. Baby cannot eat air, apparently, the Surgeon General. But, you know, neither here nor there. So Sheamus up 3-0 in the best of 7 series against Cesaro. Well, as of like yesterday, that was the answer. I'll tell you what to do with this now. Keisha, another angle I kind of got a problem with. I feel like they had nothing to do for either guy.
Yeah, true. So, what do you do with it at this point?
Don't push off. Try to score. If you play a Washington, you might have to play some dirty tricks because the other guy on the other side gonna play some dirty tricks. But I think they still see this as Super Bowl or bust. Godwood. Super Bowl or bust.
Lord help me. They need to get together. Look at that.
Yeah. So.
Look at this.
After that,
yeah.
Big Cass and Enzo, they lose to the Shining Stars weirdly.
How the hell? What are they doing with Enzo and Big Cass? Because lately, I just been seeing them, being defeated. Is that what their point was? To come dance around and be beat? I don't...
Yes and no. Here's the thing. I think that they have ascended higher and quicker than the system gave them credit for.
Yeah, you're right about that. Because I really, in all honesty, have kind of gotten lost in where they're supposed to be. They moved him up to the main roster, but then now they're they lost to the Shining Stars. I'm just kind of what? At that point, I really didn't no longer understand what they were doing with them.
Right.
Period. I really didn't. After that, I was just kind of okay. It's funny because it's crazy because they even lose in, individual singles matches or, individual matches where they team up with other people. It really, I don't understand it. I think I've maybe seen them win twice, that I can remember. And I'm just kind of are you serious right now? I really am starting to lose what they're supposed to be doing with them or where they're supposed to be at with this whole situation. It don't make sense to me anymore. So, and it solidified it for me when they lost to the Shining Stars. I mean, I don't take away anything from Epico and Primo because that's exactly who it is. But I'm what? It's still bewildering to me. I don't know. I don't get it. So, I guess it's not my place to try and understand it, but at the same time, I mean, what else am I supposed to do? I just don't get it. So, they have a very entertaining presence when they come out and when they're in the ring, and it's very put together. But when it comes to their track record as far as winning matches and really showing their dominance, that just doesn't happen. So I'm truly trying to wonder so what are you doing with them really? What is really exactly is going on with them? Because I don't get it anymore. I really don't understand it. But that's me giving my 2 cents on the situation. Enzo and Big Cass. They're a great tag team, too. But it's just not, I don't know, for some reason, them in the main roster is just not clicking. It's just not, I don't think it's where they need to be right now. I support them getting drafted and everything, but it's just kind of now I'm nah, maybe y'all should stay in NXT for a little while longer, maybe, just maybe, because there's no title hunt or nothing like that. It's just weird half the time. It really is, because they're just kind of out there. They're wrestling tag teams. They're wrestling in singles matches. They're wrestling together, and it's weird because all right, so what exactly is supposed to happen here? But the end result is them losing the match, and it's okay, so is there going to be a push? Do they just get buried? What do you do with them? If that's the case, there was no point in taking them out of NXT because then they would have had a better shot.
Okay.
So, that's just me, though. I got to give my cents and 2 cents and 6 cents and everything else about all of that. Anything you want to... Because I think I done exhausted enough of what I had to say about it. It's just crazy. It's all it is, really. I just kind of glad they didn't put Carmella back on Raw so they could end up like getting them back together. Because then it would just been weird. Not only that, but it wouldn't have changed anything in my opinion. They still would be out there. They'll still be losing matches, and it still would be a misunderstanding. Because that's what it is right now, to me at least. It's just a misunderstanding of where their place is supposed to be and what they're supposed to be doing and all of that. Like, it's really just kind of ridiculous. So, I think eventually Enzo and Cass will find their footing eventually. But right now, it's just not looking that way. It really isn't. So, I wonder when they're going to turn heel. Ooh, are they going to ever separate? That's a question. Now, that is a question to ask. Because it tells a lot in its own story. I mean, a lot. So, I just have to wonder. I really have to wonder. But let me stop ranting and raving about Enzo and Cass, because I could do this all day. You know? Besides, everybody loves Enzo's shoes. So I'm not allowed to talk about that. Even though I'm not a fan. I can't speak on that one. Just because I'm not a fan. Doesn't mean anything, really. Look at me. I'm up here talking about him. It's like, has a show yet? Oh my God. Anderson and Gallows. So, they decided they were going to make fun of the New Day. And it was so ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. Where did they find 3 black men that decide that they was going to dress up like old people? That's my question. That's what I want to know. Where did they come from? I want to know the names of these people, and I want to know how much they were paid to do this, because it was ridiculous. Like, and then where they get their scooter from? The little motorized one where you find in the grocery store. Yeah, I can't stand those things, but it's only because I can't stand them only because people that don't really need them are always the ones using them. It's so ridiculous. And then when you see somebody that really needs one, then they don't have it. Oh, but I digress. That's just me. Anyway, so Anderson and Gallows decided they're going to make fun of New Day. They come out with 3 men dressed up in old man wigs, and they decided they're going to be the old day. The music was slow, they talked slow, they barely could walk or move. It was really, like, done up. I mean, all the way up. And it was crazy ridiculous. Of course, the New Day, they came out themselves during that segment. And it was funny because they were kind of like, no, we don't want to touch the old dudes, because if we touch the old dudes, then, you know, we'll be messing up with the future. And I'm like, okay, seriously, dudes, seriously, y'all, the WWE universe is not going to explode if you touch these 3, obviously not old men, in the ring. But that's just me. Of course, I got to be the one to throw that all out there. But it's funny. They get up, they get out there, and they decide, oh, well, we're going to show the old day how to dance. No, you're not. You're not going to do that. Because one of them kind of like, quote-unquote, attempts to hit BE, but then it just goes horribly wrong. It's funny, though. It's funny. But I'm still trying to figure out where they found these dudes from. Where did you find 3 dudes that decided that they was going to put on these old man wigs and they were going to get out there and play the New Day? Just because of the fact they were black. It's crazy. I just want to know.
It's called a check. If a check is available, you can fire people.
Hey, I'm guessing so.
You have to be wrestlers.
I want to know how much they got paid. Like, I just really want to know.
$500 each.
That's
if that. Might get each one $200. $200 each. Hey, man, go out there and do your thing.
They had the stuff in it, and I was like, y'all got to be playing with me. Like, for real, for real. Y'all have got to be playing with me. So, I don't know.
They have a match, man. It really just ain't going to make a lot of sense, right?
Right.
And I think we're hitting the end of the New Day title reign. Like, I think we're really forcing ourselves into the later part of that title reign.
Boo! Sorry, I don't ever want it to be over. I don't.
So Darren Young wins his match and then attacks Titus O'Neal afterwards, Keish.
Can we end this already? Like, it's nothing.
Yeah, if like sprain something or tear something.
Yeah, I don't.
If her and Dusty had a final battle.
I mean, personally, it's nothing against Darren Young or Titus O'Neal. I just don't really care for this. Like, it's just like, no, I'm good. Need y'all to find something better to do with the both of them. Thanks. Like, I'm not really invested into this. Like, I'm trying. Lord knows I'm trying. But I'm really not. Like, I am not here for it. I can't. Because what is the point, Keith? I really don't get it. What is the point other than some very decent exposure? Like, I don't really get it. So, I guess I don't know if I'm supposed to get it or it doesn't matter. You know, I guess not. I don't know. I won't go into that big spiel or whatever, but I don't know. I guess I'm just not. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've seen lately. It definitely isn't. It's not the worst thing I've seen lately, but it's up there. It is up there.
So, transition. What did you think about the Nia Jax Alicia Foxx interaction?
Now, I just said that the Darren Young Titus O'Neal match was not the worst thing that I've seen. This was. The Nia Jax Alicia Foxx situation made zero sense. It was stupid. It didn't make any sense to me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I seriously believed that was embarrassing for Alicia, and I was just like, you can't be serious. Like, this is what you do with your women. Like, I really just was disgusted by the whole thing. It was awful. And I was just kind of like, y'all can't be for real. So, that's me.
Those are strong feelings.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. It was just awful. Like, it was just awful. And I can't even stress that enough. Like, don't ever do that again. Thank you. Like, I don't care who you do it with. It doesn't matter. Like, the way that it went, it was ridiculous. And I was just kind of like, no. But you had to do it with Alicia Fox and Nia Jax, didn't you? For real? Because it had to be that way, right? Nope.
Yeah.
Not having it.
I would love to have gotten that assignment. And also, maybe we would end up in some different locations.
No. Braun Strowman defeats Sin Cara. Did that really happen? Like, I say that because this is, to me, I want to say this is the first, like, real match Braun Strowman has had since he's been on Raw by himself. Sin Cara is an actually credible wrestler, so it's not just like, it's not really necessarily the normal jobber match that he's used to. But at the same time, it was a little longer, but it wasn't that much longer, and it was still okay, you know. Of course, we all know the end result, but at the same time, I think that's the point. You know, now he has to start kind of wrestling really incredible wrestlers a little bit just to kind of show his true dominance. But it was okay. I mean, it was an okay match. You know, I I personally think Sin Cara for it, So I can't really sit there and say that Braun, it's not going to be Braun because he is. But it's working for him. I'm ready to see what else they decide to do with him later on in the future. But as of right now, I'm kind of liking this. So I really wonder who his opponent is going to be next week. Because if he's facing Sin Cara this week, there's no way to really predict who he's going to face next week. There's no really way of knowing. So I have to say, hey, let it be. Sasha Banks comes out with her announcement. And her announcement is it's not the way people expected it to be. People thought it was going to be something obvious. No, I knew she wasn't going to retire. And I swear to you, I want to slap the hands of everybody that said that she was. Because that was not going to happen. Okay? Let's be real. Sasha Banks wasn't going to retire. Right now? No. Lord, no. So, Dana Brooke decided she wanted to come out. She wanted to be tough. Dana, you're not tough. I'm going to need you to take several seats, please and thank you. Sasha announced that she would face Charlotte at Clash of Champions, and she definitely looks great. That jumpsuit was awesome, Sasha. You looked awesome in it. But I definitely am glad that it's going to be her and Charlotte at Clash of Champions. I really want there to be a speculation on the match. Personally, I want it to be some kind of special match, but I know that's not going to happen. That's just me wishful thinking. And at the same time, I'm fine with that. I don't care. So, yay, Sasha. I'm glad to see that you're going to be back soon. And I'm also glad to know that it's going to be you and Charlotte. I mean, granted, I wouldn't mind Bayley being in that place too. I don't know. It definitely wasn't going to be Dana. I don't know if they could have snatched another girl from the back to have put her in that place as well. But I'm glad that Sasha is going to be well enough in order to actually make that happen. Hopefully, she doesn't end up injured again, because that would just be bad. So, Kevin Owens defeats Sami Zayn in the main event, and it is a very hilarious way to end out Raw, and I only say that because, we've seen Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, enough, but it's not enough to where I wouldn't want to see it again. It was just enough to say, hey, this actually happened. Roman, at the end of the match, he comes out to a crowd of boos. They are not feeling Roman like he thinks they do. It doesn't happen. It ain't happening. It's funny that it's not happening too. So, but anyway, I'm diverted from what we're talking about here. Roman comes out. He gets a shot at Kevin next week. And the way that it's going to happen is he's going to end up having a match. So, it'll be Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns that will face each other next week. And if Roman wins, then the match at Clash of Champions will not just be Seth and Roman. It'll be Seth, Roman. My thoughts on how everything put together. It was a really good show. I was very entertained. A lot of surprises. Personally, the beginning, of course, again, was very impressive, very shocking. Don't ever do the Nia Jax Alicia Foxx segment again, because personally that was just horrific, and I just can't take stuff like that. Definitely unnecessary. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's match was pretty awesome in itself. Of course, there was a Roman Reigns presence that was being felt, but at the same time, don't be too hasty with that. I don't need it to be randomly chopped up in a bad way to where Roman is once again just getting thrown the short end of the stick. I think he's been punished enough, but at the same time, I'm not the authority figure on that. I don't sign his checks. So I can't say nothing about that, and I won't. So we'll move on. He definitely is. Jericho is pretty funny. They're pretty awesome. I really seriously thought that it was going to go a little differently after Kevin won the title, but I'm guessing not because they were put together so shortly. Funny thing in itself, Raw was great. That was it. That's it for that.
To my left, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning Worldwide Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion superstar Billy Graham before another capacity crowd here in Madison Square Garden. There are those here who certainly are in your favor, those who are not, Mr. Graham.
Some are booing, some are cheering, but nevertheless, there's pandemonium tonight. There's excitement. Look at the people's faces. Look at the people's expressions. Can you feel it? Look at you. You're excited because I am the champion, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation champion. How can I retain this belt? Why am I still the champion after months and months and months? Because I'm in shape. I'm powerful. I'm strong. I wake up every morning, work out for 5 hours, run 19 miles a day, swim across the Atlantic Ocean. Unbelievable condition. I am the man of the hour, the man with the power. Too sweet to be sour. Mystery excitement. Look at the pandemonium. Look at the thousands of people.
Will you defend your championship in other areas here in the United States?
Anywhere in the world. Japan, Australia, United States, California, Mexico, I don't care. Central America, any state, any city, anywhere. That man is from Japan. All even dependent in Japan. Anywhere you want.
Thank you very much for your time. Superstar Billy Graham.
All right, man, we back on the flip side. It is time for the birthdays.
Birthdays.
One of our favorite segments. Okay, so it is going to be September 9th. That means yesterday was September 8th, and Raven celebrated a birthday. The man with the flock. Strange enough, as crazy and hyped up as September has been with birthdays, this week is kind of dry. Right? Yeah, it doesn't really do a lot. Okay, so it was yesterday was Raven. Nothing's going on the 9th. No wrestling birthdays of note. Now tomorrow, the 10th, which will be Saturday, Ace Don Morocco celebrates a birthday.
Really?
The other half of Fuji Vice. You go flip it on the other side. Matt Morgan celebrates a birthday. Matt Morgan turns 40 on Saturday.
Where is Matt Morgan? I gotta find him.
Yeah, Sunday, September 11th. Do you realize Paul Heyman's birthday is on September 11th?
You know what? I was gonna make a comment about that. I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't going there. I am not going there.
Yeah.
The irony, though. The irony, man. Like.
Yeah. And then you fast forward to Monday, September 12th, is the late great Road Warrior Hawk's birthday. So that is it for the birthdays. Now, news and notes. We are into the news. All right. So, Keish, NXT is making some huge moves.
They are.
They are going to Japan in December. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be a live event for us to see because they was advertising it. And mind you, I mean, they're going all over the world. They're going to New Zealand. They're going to go to London. I mean, they're doing a lot of international stuff coming up.
They're doing some big things with NXT.
Yeah. And in December, they will be in Japan. The way they're billing it, Shinsuke Nakamura and Asuka will both be champs when they go over to Japan.
Which is absolutely awesome. In the way that it should be. Just saying.
They are really going hard. And mind you, if you got Hideo Itami, who's healthy and back on the roster, you're sending 3 of their native sons, the daughters over to the land, and they're going to be in prominent positions.
Right. Exactly.
Could you imagine if they book it where Otami is in a main event against Nakamura? Or they tag it against two random Americans, you know what I mean? Like, let's say they tag it against, we reunite Bobby Roode and Austin Aries.
Right. I personally think that it'll be, I think it'll be well, if they did do that, then I already know whoever they face is going to get their ass kicked.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much.
I mean, a lot of the indie guys. Yeah, a lot of the indie guys that they pick up, and people that they picked up from like ROH or people they picked up from, they're going to get more people or ex-TNA guys. A lot of those guys have strong Japanese followers already.
Right.
So, like when they did the Far East show last time with Brock, and they had, the guys on the show, like Austin Aries and Jericho and stuff like that. Finn Balor, who ends up winning. These are people who had huge Japanese followers. I mean, Finn Balor was Devin in New Japan, right?
Right.
So these people who have huge Japanese followers got to showcase their skills. I mean, I think it worked out for them pretty well.
It worked out for them awesomely.
I think they're really trying to blow that Asian market open, man. They are trying to blow that market wide open. And, hey, you can't blame them.
I can't disagree with it.
Right.
Nah, you really can't. You really can't disagree with it. Why wouldn't you? That's the better question. Why wouldn't you? That's a great place to even look into, So,
right.
Yeah, I'm all up for it. I'm too excited.
But also, while going international, doing a takeover show in Toronto, Survivor Series weekend.
I mean, I'm already going to be watching, but that's even more reason for me to watch.
Right. So, I mean, you're talking about a pretty stacked, upcoming schedule for the NXT crew.
Right.
Now let's talk about who's on the move. Cody Rhodes plans to work for TNA and ROH. That is interesting. Now, Keish, guess what he will not be working as though?
If I'm not mistaken, it's as Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, can't be Cody Rhodes. WWE owns Cody Rhodes.
So he can't wrestle as Cody Rhodes.
No.
So that means that he won't be able to wrestle as Stardust either.
No, that's their property. See, ever since he had his first professional match, he had it in WWE.
Right.
A lot of that intellectual property is theirs. Now, of course, Rhodes is a family name, but it's a family name established back in like 65, 66. Right? Because, Dusty's last name is Runnels, it's not Rhodes. Problematic of it is, I think Dusty, his deal with the WWE, he gave them the licensing over like the Rhodes name.
Right.
So there's some interesting stuff that he can and can't do. And the WWE is being kind of petty. You gotta remember this split wasn't split. So but it'll be interesting. So he's gonna work out something that's gonna allow him to work both sides, ROH and TNA.
That's awesome.
See, the thing is, guys are going to have leverage coming out to these indies, and I think they need to use it. They really need to use it.
They do.
So, I think Del Rio probably will have a similar deal. And here's the thing, too. TNA is having financial strain, but I know they really want to get their hands on some of these guys. So to let ROH pick up some of the burden because they can work at ROH too.
Right.
Then it's a little lesson on your side, right? So the wrestler makes more money. You guys save a little money but now y'all just gotta work out the scheduling. That's all. Now the beauty of it is too, y'all TVs don't really compete with each other.
No, they don't. So
one it does like the local syndicated, and then one does the Pop TV thing, and I think they both record far enough in advance to probably make those concessions also.
Well, I can't wait to see it. So I'm excited for it. I'm ready to see what kind of name he's going to use. If you're not using Cody Rhodes, well, I just need to know. Like, what are you going to use? What is he going to call himself? Man, right. I just hope they don't come up with something stupid. Like TNA don't come up with something ridiculous for him like they did with Damian Sandow. I hate his name, personally. I'm sorry. I just do. Like, his name sucks. I'm just going to put it. That's just my personal opinion. His name sucks. Like, I don't want them to do Cody like that. Don't do Cody like that. But we'll see. I'm excited, though. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I mean, and speaking of people on the move and departure, Alberto Del Rio is pretty much officially done with WWE. I don't know if we covered that last week. So, with Del Rio, his thing is he can't work in the United States immediately, but he can work internationally. He'll be now. Del Rio had a lot of sweetheart deals when he was going last time. He worked for Lucha Underground, he worked at AAA, and he worked at ROH. He never really sat too many places at one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which is understandable. So, I mean, why would you? You wouldn't need to if you don't have to. So, why not move around?
Yeah.
That's my thing. Why not spread the world, your wealth in the world and your talent and, all that good stuff? Why not?
Right. So, I mean, the thing is with him, he only signed a 1-year deal with the WWE.
Really?
When he came back, he was only on a 1-year deal. He had leverage because he didn't need to come back. He didn't need to come back. He was making very, very good money on the independent circuit because he was still doing some of the indies too, doing personal appearances and stuff like that. Didn't need to come back. Still right now, so he's gonna walk away. Still with a lot of buzz internationally. The problem with the WWE, Del Rio suffered from a total mismanagement of his character and everything. They brought him back, Keish. He beat John Cena. He injured John Cena, right? Supposedly. At WrestleMania. At SummerSlam. He got the United States title. Huge push. You beat him in Los Angeles. This is a setup for a babyface run. But you put it with Zeb Coulter, so that throws things off. Then you package it with League of Nations, who are a despicable mid-card group. That threw him off.
Right. Exactly.
Like, if you start going down the line of things, man, it really, really wasn't a good setup for him. And then, here's the thing. I can understand the WWE logic. Let's not push him to the moon because, hey, he's only on the hook for a year. But if you don't push him, what's going to make him want to stay? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the catch-22. I would have gave him the babyface push.
Right.
Because you're looking for a Mexican babyface that could get over in these households. Because that was the thing. I don't understand why. Okay, you've pretty much got it understood of how you want to get down to Japan.
Right.
But you don't do the same thing here, you know you want that Latino market, not just in the United States, but you want to get into Latin America and you want to get those dollars. You're going to need a strong babyface, and I don't think the luchadors will do it. Also, you don't have a luchador that really gives that pop on the main roster, right? Like, you don't have a Rey Mysterio.
Right.
Like, if you have a Rey Mysterio, I think that's totally different, right? Because Rey moved units, and so Rey, they used to have to hold Rey back. Like, you'll see when Rey gets ahead and people really start digging Rey, and then he's on that upswing, and then they start jobbing him out to fuck him up. But the thing is, they didn't like Rey. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, yeah. I don't understand everybody's motivation behind what they're doing. You know what I mean? But I get Del Rio's like, hey, bro, I'm about to go out. I didn't need y'all last time, but I don't need it this time. Also,
right.
His relationship with Paige seemed to be a problem. And now it seems like it's turned into a problem with her. Because rumor on the street is that Carano, had a talent relationship that handles the women. Maybe put a bug in her ear that she did break up with Del Rio. Then it got to a point of people, they wanted to see them split. And it was people at the office. And here came the 30-day suspensions where they both got suspended all of a sudden. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, okay. Seems like they play a dirty pool. But for what I hear, Paige has hired her own representation, and I think she's trying to see about getting herself out of her deal also.
I'm really just not mad at that. I just can't be. Like, I don't apologize for it either. Like, I really just wouldn't be mad if she left.
Okay.
I wouldn't feel any different towards it. And it's not that I dislike her or hate her or nothing like that. I actually like Paige. I think she's pretty cool, but I don't know how to really feel about the situation. So,
Also, rumor mill, Wade Barrett might be coming to ROH.
Really?
Yeah, man. At first I didn't know how true it was. I read some dirt sheets. I heard some stuff. Then I was on my Facebook, and Prince Nana had a picture with him and Wade Barrett and talking about, hey, we got some things that are cooking in the pot. So I don't know if Wade will be a part of the embassy or what's going down, but, looks like Sinclair Broadcasting ain't playing. But
oh man, that's really Lord help me. That's how you feel sometimes after all of this. It's a lot to take in, Keith. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. That's the world of wacky world of professional wrestling.
Right.
So, I don't want to leave anybody out.
No, you don't have. Scotty Too Hottie has been hired to work at the Performance Center as a coach. He is a full. He has been accepted a full-time position as a coach at the Performance Center. So, congratulations, Scotty Too Hottie. You're awesome.
Yeah. So he go give up the Fireman game?
Right. Exactly. Oh no, he did that. I don't know if you knew or not, but he has been back in the wrestling game for years now. He has been pretty much doing house shows and stuff like that. Not necessarily with WWE, just on his own. And his last appearance on WWE television was actually 2014 on an edition of NXT. But he has been out wrestling, by himself on his own. I had took the liberty of actually looking that up because one day I was like, hey, what's been up with Scotty Too High? So, and as Keith knows and anybody that's really close to me knows, I have a hobby of watching retro wrestling. So I have been, of course, watching episodes of like Raw and SmackDown from like 2000. So that's what made me want to do it. That's what made me look him up in the first place. But yeah, he has been on cards and stuff. I don't know if he's been being a fireman in the process, but I think at this point now, he's kind of like pushed that off to the side, and now he's back in wrestling full time. So, congratulations, Scotty Too Hottie. Hope to see you here somewhere on Breaking Ground, because I've actually started to kind of get into that show. So, yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's good to be excited. Right now, I am looking here and making sure. No, okay, no. We just talk about the pay situation. Nothing has really changed on that front. And on the flip side, Cam Newton and Carolina Panthers just lost, Keish.
Ha! Sorry.
So, dab on them tears.
Right.
Here's the thing. I was a big fan of Cam last season. This season, due to some things he said and done over the summer, I'm like, that's what you get.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I done turned on Cam, so. He turned on me first.
I've personally never been a fan, so yeah, whatever. I have never really been a fan of Cam Newton, so I just kind of been like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. But even if I had a notion to even think about it, I don't now. So yeah, there they go. Yeah, out the window. Bye. Can't stand Cam Newton. I am not the one. Don't even. Not Cam Newton. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
So, Chris Benoit biopic is back in development, Keish.
Woo! That's deep. That's deep.
Mind you, it is the unauthorized biopic. Tinley's Crossface about the 2005 double murder-suicide of the Benoit family has been in development for years, but never seemed to get off the ground. Now, according to ID, Punisher Warzone director Lexi Alexander has been chosen to direct the film. Alexander confirmed on Twitter, but was quick to deny any interview, and studio still wants to do a press release about the film. All right.
Cool.
So the director does confirm.
I don't know how to feel about that, really. I don't know if to be excited or be like, hell no. Because I don't know.
Two things with the unauthorized. The WWE will not be involved. The Benoit family will not be involved. So this information has to be, filtered through.
So I don't know what else to think about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to think about it. It's gonna be. It's an interesting situation in itself, and the reason why I say that is because of the nature of what we're talking about. So I really just don't. And what's crazy is that the wrestling fan in me wants to see it, but the person in me don't even want to go anywhere near that. Like, it's like, nah, I'm good, nah. So I have to wonder, how the actors and actresses that even convinced to even get anywhere close to this is going to feel after the fact, So, because it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot just to be one person in that film. But, whew, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, what do? You know, it's like, and he just slowly started to. They just started slowly to say his name on the network again. Look, not necessarily them recently talking or nothing like that, but just retro stuff. It's been almost 9 years, and for those of you out there that like listen to podcasts, listen to Talk is Jericho, the one he did with with Nancy Benoit's sister. That was a very informative and interesting interview. Very, 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 very. So, but if you can't, if you really don't want to think about or relive those details, then don't listen. That's all I'm saying. So, but yeah, it was an interesting situation. Very interesting. I just can't believe that they're actually going to continue to go along with this biopic, because it's been in the works for years. And when I say years, I mean years. It's 2016, and they still are actually going to put it together. They got a director and everything for it. So but it's going to take some time to get the casting together and the people that actually want to do it. I don't know about that. So, definitely going to be a different type of situation, especially because there's going to be kids asking, like, hey, who's this dude?
Yeah, no doubt.
So, definitely going to see the responses from that, and the interesting way that this is going to be handled when it comes to just the film itself. And are there going to be trailers? Like, is it going to be advertised? Will this be just one of those straight-to-DVD type films, or what? Like, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So with that, let's roll into our SmackDown coverage. We're going to just do that real gloss over, and we're going to go into the preview for Backlash. So, Keith, what did you think of SmackDown?
SmackDown was actually pretty interesting to me. I was actually kind of impressed. I have to honestly say, for the one before the pay-per-view, I was very impressed. So,
yeah.
I mean, I really don't know how else to really put that. I thought the opening segment was pretty cool, with Daniel in the ring, bringing out the different ladies. Well, actually, I think he only brought out Beth. I mean, not Beth, but Becky. I think he only brought out Becky, so, and then everybody followed. So it was kind of like, okay. But I personally was excited about it. I was definitely excited about it, especially considering that it's this coming Sunday. So I definitely can't wait to see, like, the differences in people's opinion about the pay-per-view, but Jesus.
Right.
So, but let's talk details, shall we?
Yeah, no doubt. So, we're going to skip over some things. Well, not even skip over. So, we got the six-pack challenge match.
Right.
Keith, we know these going to break out in the brawls, right? Are we just determined? Hey, why did Nikki Bella keep getting beat up?
That's a great question. I don't know. Like, and no. The better question I have is, why does Nikki Bella keep getting beat up by Carmella? That's all I'm saying. Like, Carmella? Come on, man. Like, are you serious? So, even though I have to honestly say, I love Carmella's submission move. I actually think that's pretty awesome. But other than that, I'm like, wait, why do you keep having Nikki Bella just taking these ass whoopings. What's really going on? What did she do? Can somebody answer me that? Like,
right.
What happened that we don't know about? Like, what's really going on?
Yeah, I mean, that goes. The Usos finally turned heel, Keish. So they had their tag team semifinal match against American Alpha.
Right.
And, go ahead.
No. I'm agreeing.
Okay, so they set this tournament up because you kind of would like when they had these guys in the finals. No, they got it met in the semifinals. So I guess this was part of the plan.
Right.
But bunches get hurt, and now we are looking at some weird situations, and we never got out of them. But yeah. The Usos, after the match, after losing the Alpha, first they tried to bum rush American Alpha to start the match, and I don't understand what they did that for. But then, American Alpha handled them. The Usos went nuts.
Right.
It is about time, Keith. It is about their time that they went heel.
Definitely. I definitely agree, man. How long have people been waiting on that? How long have we been waiting on that? And the way that, I have to honestly say that the way that they did it was classic. It was awesome. And I was like, yes. I hated that they had that they hurt both of them, but at the same time, it was like, for real, So, man, like,
yeah,
I'm glad for the heel turn. I am. I'm glad for the heel turn.
So it makes it a little more dynamic.
Right.
So then Heath Slater and Rhino defeated the Hype Bros to advance to the tag team finals. Slater Gator, whose Slater family was introduced to the rest of the world, has a shot at winning the title and helping out his family.
I don't know, man. All I know is it's gonna be some shit.
All right. No, I agree.
It's gonna be some shit.
Now, apparently, due to injury of American Alpha, the Usos will wrestle the Hype Bros, and the winner will get that spot in the final. So the two losers of the semifinal will wrestle for a spot in the finals.
Interesting.
Yeah. So a lot going on there.
Right.
And I'll tell you how I think it'll play out when we get to the preview section of this show. But those guys are going to give it all. That's going to go take down at Backlash. Hopefully I can stop seeing Nikki Bella get beat up. Because even if she got tagged in with Carmella at the same time, still get a little roughed up again.
Yeah, true. I don't agree. I mean, I don't disagree. I don't.
So, is Kane getting the SmackDown treatment of Braun Strowman and Nia Jax?
I would say yes, he is. They are rolling the red carpet out for Kane right now.
Only to do what? Because what is going to happen after that?
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's my personal opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
Right.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're rolling the red carpet out for him. They're going to build him up and do nothing with him. That's just personal opinion and personal observation. I'm just saying. So, who knows? I mean, to tell the truth, we won't know until we see it, but at the same time, it's like, really? So, it's going to be an interesting dynamic to see as far as it goes. But I like what they're doing with Kane right now. I just don't know, where they plan to go with this, just like you do. You know. So
Right.
they'll figure it out as time goes on.
How did you feel about the AJ Styles and Ambrose face-off at the end of the show?
I hated it. I mean, that's like the best way for me to put it. I hated it. I thought it was a little too much. I wasn't really too fond of it. I don't want to say it was useless. It was just kind of like, why? You know? I think that's the better question that I have for it. It was more so like, why? Like, this is what you choose to do? Like, why? Well, what's the point? So, I don't know. I mean, I understand the point. Let me take that back. I get the point. I I didn't like it. I wasn't really feeling it. There you go. Those are words I'm looking for. I wasn't really feeling it. Therefore, I lost interest in it, and I kind of shied away from it. So, it is what it is. But that's just, I wasn't here for that. I wasn't really thinking about that. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the big thing that SmackDown has going on Sunday. Backlash, live, September 11th. Backlash will... Yeah.
Don't let me down, Lord. Okay, I'm sorry.
It will be an exclusive SmackDown brand pay-per-view. So, we're only dealing with SmackDown folks here. We're only dealing with SmackDown folks. But to give y'all a little background of history, Backlash is a pay-per-view event that was produced every April by the WWE, with the exception of 2005 and 2016, which, of course, now we are doing this for, later on down the line. Generally, it happens as the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania, and the WrestleMania storylines get sorted out, and people who wrote Revenge have time to get the backlash. I don't know if that's how the name came up, but that just sounds cool to me.
You making up your own stuff, Keith.
Yeah. The original was a Backlash. It was part of the In Your House series of pay-per-views. It took place in Providence, Rhode Island, where champion Stone Cold Steve Austin took on The Rock in a no-holds-barred match with special guest referee Shane McMahon. The next year was in the MCI Center, where world champion Triple H took on The Rock with special guest referee Shane McMahon. Now, that one was interesting because I think Austin was out, but he came back to help Rock.
Right.
And that was a big one because Rock failed to get the title in the big four-man challenge match where the McMahons were all screwy.
Oh yeah, that was awful. That was awful. They completely screwed him out of that. There was no question. It was complete screw job.
The next year is actually very interesting. It's 2001. This is the one before the invasion.
Right.
So you have these stories they're so crazy. So Austin's the champ. Triple H is the IC champ because it's the middle of the two-man power trip.
Right.
And they take on the tag team champions, Kane and Undertaker, in a winner-take-all match.
Right.
Man.
It was one of the best pay-per-views I've ever seen in my life. And I just watched it, not even, probably all of, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So, I freshly just watched that pay-per-view. And it still rings and plays in my head. That pay-per-view was awesome. One of my favorites, I swear. There's nothing that. I mean, if you don't know, it's funny because I think a lot of people don't know about the two-man power trip and that whole storyline or whatever. If you don't, go look it up. Please watch it. If anything, go watch that pay-per-view. It'll tell you a lot. But it was awesome. It was awesome. So, Backlash has always been one of my favorite pay-per-views, so it's definitely something that I'm glad is back.
Right.
So, but when was the last Backlash?
Well, that is a positive attitude. And let's get into the Backlash, right?
Right.
It's 2016. Like I said, we're exclusive to SmackDown. And we're going to the Rosemont Coliseum, the Richmond Coliseum in Richmond, Virginia. And let's go down the line, Keish. So, probably the first match that's going to happen is the Usos are going to take on the Hype Bros to get their shot at the tag team title later on that night.
Right.
I'm going to say Usos easy, right? See, I think Slater and Rhino count as baby faces.
Yeah, they do. Because, I mean, people are not really into Heath Slater, but I don't think they're heels. I really don't think they're heels. I think it's more so like a gray area with them, you know?
Right.
So, I don't know how to really feel about that, but I agree. It's funny because I agree, but I don't think I do. So, but I mean, what choice? Yeah. Yeah, so I agree. The Usos are definitely going to, but it's going to be an interesting dynamic with them. I can honestly say that. It's going to be a very interesting dynamic with them. I feel something like totally different coming on, you know? So, Usos. Can't really say that too much one-on-one, can we? Heel. Try to cripple American Alpha. Like, how could you? How could you? But then again, they're supposed to hate him. All right. So, but yeah, that's my prediction. So, what do you think is going to be the next match on the card? I don't know about you, but I think after that, be the women's championship match.
Yes, we got our six-pack challenge match. Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Nikki Bella, Naomi, and Natalya all are in the ring together for a shot at being the first women's SmackDown championship, which also, SmackDown, could you come up with a more creative name to SmackDown women's title?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
kind of makes you look JV. Kind of makes you look a little Bush League there, sir.
Right. I need them to come up with something a little bit more original and a little bit more them, you know? Other than that, that's not original. I mean, I already hate the belt designs personally, but now we gotta say SmackDown women's. It's like, nah, change that. Do something else with it. So, I got a good feeling that might happen, though. I do. I have a really good feeling that that actually happened.
So, who's your odds-on favorite for this match, Keish?
I'm going off a limb. I have a personal favorite, and that's Naomi. So, I definitely, I want Naomi to have the belt. Like, anybody that knows me knows I am a Naomi fan, 100%, even when she was just mean, you know. So I definitely want to see Naomi be SmackDown first women's champion, you know. I just want to see her with a belt, period, of her own.
Right.
You know. So my personal favorite is going to be Naomi. I call her, as other people might say it, she will be the upset, but I'm not going to call her that. Like, I'm going to call her Naomi, and I'm going to call her Naomi and be done with it.
I don't necessarily have a better position for anybody in this match over them, right?
Right.
Okay. Like, okay, upon the draft, I could have made a case for Becky Lynch.
Right.
And part of the draft, I could have made a case for Natalya. A few weeks down the line, new set of shows, I can't make the cases for either one of those. Nikki, I can maybe make a case for because why is she taking all these ass flippers from Carmella? Like, it is really kind of, I think they drove the point home. I think at this point it's kind of get kind of embarrassing. Like, it's almost overkill.
Right.
I know Carmella's not ready to carry the strap. You know what I mean? Same thing with Alexa Bliss. I just don't think that they're ready. But, I mean, hey, a win in this match could give you some name notoriety that could put you, you know.
Right.
And if you a heel, how much do you need around you?
Yeah, that's a great question. Actually, to me, if you're a heel, you don't need none of that, you know? You don't really need anything. You just need to be a heel. You just need to be mean and you talk about people and do heel stuff. Like, so, but I don't think it's their place yet, you know? I don't see it for Alexa. I don't see it for Carmella. Definitely, I don't see it for Carmella. Becky is another logical answer for this. Of course, Nikki. You know, I exclude Nikki because she's obvious. You know, that's the only reason why I exclude Nikki, because it's obvious.
Right.
Obvious.
No, I get that.
Yeah, you know, it's obvious, and I don't think they would want to do that. I just don't. I don't know. Like, Natalya, of course, no, I don't really see it for her either. Like, I can actually see it for Naomi, personally.
Right.
And it's not because she's just, like, my personal favorite and I just want to win. But, no, like, I logically can see it being her time to shine. And not even being a heel, just her having the belt itself, you know, would be exciting for both her and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because with Nikki being the champion, it's just going to be boring. I'm not going to lie. Like, that's my personal opinion. Like, if you put the belt on Nikki, it's just going to be boring because we've seen this before. We've seen this before for a very long time. And it's just going to be like a repeat of the same thing. Like, the first time around, I mean, I'm not saying that it was necessarily boring to have her as champion. It's just we've seen it before. Like, so.
Right, right.
I don't see the point in bringing all these women up from NXT and all that kind of stuff. If the inaugural women's champion for SmackDown is not going to be one of them.
No. I mean, they're too invested, and
right.
they want to sell those belts, right? So how you gonna sell both of them?
Exactly.
Gotta have two good champs to rock with.
Hey, right. Exactly. Otherwise, people are going to be buying those Raw belts, but not the SmackDown ones.
Right,
so.
Right. So, gun to head, I'm going to go with Becky Lynch. I think they might reward her for her perseverance.
She would be awesome, too. Like, I don't take anything away from Becky. I think she's greatness. So, she would be an awesome choice to win this match also. It's just very interesting that they're having a six-pack challenge in the first place, you know? I don't think I remember the last time I saw a six-pack challenge for a women's title. Like, it's been a long time. It's been a while. Definitely can say that. So, okay.
Yeah, so I will pull Becky Lynch in front of the congregation and put her ahead, right?
Right.
All right, so the Usos will be back in action, taking on this time Slater and Rhino for the tag team titles.
Slater, Rhino, done deal.
I think it sets up perfect. Like, it's like, hey, these guys, now when the Usos try to attack after the match, maybe that's when American Alpha shows up, right?
Right.
But they're not built for North Carolina at all, anywhere in the state. And I'm going to say that this is probably the best for everybody.
Awful.
Yeah. So.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ryder and Rusev, who I think have been patient. Yeah. Talent trumps also. Hey, man, we got to get Zack Ryder on the roster, right?
Right.
So,
Right. Definitely.
The pancake incident cost it $150.
You ain't got no sense.
You know, just need to pick up some points here and win a tag team title will definitely give you 3.
Right.
But
I think they need to change those belts too. They're eyesore. I can't stand them. Like, one of my favorite colors is blue. The other one is red. But I can't stand those belts. Like, I hate them. I can't stand them, Jesus. Okay. Sorry, I had to say that.
All right. Yeah, let's get through the rest of the pay-per-view. So Miz will be defending the Intercontinental Championship against Dolph Ziggler. Keith, is this the time that Dolph Ziggler finally breaks through?
No.
Yeah, I'm agree.
No.
One, because when the Intercontinental title is not breaking through anymore. Maybe when you got it from Savage in '88, you know what I mean?
Right.
But
it ain't happening here. So, no, that is not the time for him to break through.
Yeah.
No. Miz is going to retain.
Yeah.
And he's going to continue his tour of awesomeness, of being awesome. What is it called? I don't know. I can't remember.
You know, he might be a one.
I don't know. It's something like his tour of being awesome, and I don't know, whatever. Anyway, yeah. So it's not Ziggler's time to do anything with that. Nope.
All right. Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt, Keith.
This is actually a little tricky for me. I don't know why, but this is a little tricky for me. I want to give it to Bray. I want to say that they're going to build on Bray kind of being on his own, and this is the way that they're going to do it. This is one way that they're going to do it. So yeah, I want to say Randy is going to take this L. Like, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but that's just how I envision it, you know. Bray picks up the win, and then it helps him build on his, like, what's the word I'm looking for? A singles career? I don't know. I guess that's what I'm getting at. So, they always can find something for Randy to do, but it's not going to be the same without Bray, you know, taking this W. So.
All right. So here's the thing with Orton and Bray. Both of these dudes need a win.
Right.
I don't know if I would have booked them together. Well, see, I wouldn't have booked Orton against Brock at WrestleMania. So now I got him against Bray Wyatt, and now it's like, I don't stand a chance. You know what I mean?
Right.
Poor kid. But, you know.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I think Bray probably benefits the most if he wins this.
Yeah, he does. And there's no denying that one. And that's why I say that he's going to be the person to take away from this. So, Brandy's just gonna have to, suck it up this one time around. I mean, there's plenty of opportunity, but they ain't gonna be here. It's not gonna be here. So.
Yeah. So.
Bray, go Bray.
Yeah, I gotta go Bray. Like, I just can't. After you sit down, you deliberate about it, you think it through. You gotta go Bray. Like, I think Bray's younger, right? This is the future. I don't see anything Orton can do for you in the future. He's gonna be a good hand. He's a good worker. I think his legacy and all the other things will. I mean, and that's the thing too. He's a 12-time champ. Him losing back-to-back big matches doesn't necessarily ding as much. You know what I mean? Like, I can explain it away. He lost to the baddest man on earth, and now he lost to the new face of fear. He come back and get both of those if he want to.
Right. That is true. So, we shall see.
Yeah. So, Dean Ambrose go defend that WWE title against AJ Styles. Keish, what you got?
This is actually a little difficult for me because I don't know if it's I think Dean's going to retain because I don't think we're ready for the end of his reign yet. I personally love AJ Styles, but I don't know if we're ready for AJ to have that belt yet. It's more so a matter of timing. And personally, I don't know. Like, Dean, I don't see him being ready to give up the belt yet. Nah, not at all. I just don't. And I don't see there being any other solution to this. Like I said, I love AJ. I'm happy for him and, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, like, it's going to be Dean. So, I just don't think AJ's ready yet. I mean, that's just definitely my personal opinion. I really don't think AJ.
So,
what about you, Keith?
Yeah, this is pretty much. My gut tells me Ambrose is going to retain, but I would love for AJ to win. Pele kick, 450, get it done, right?
Right.
We'll see, because it's not like anybody has any distinct advantage, because I don't think they like Will that much either on the back here.
Right. So it's going to be interesting to watch. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Because it is definitely an interesting match in itself. I mean, it's going to be great. It's just that the aftermath is going to be catastrophic in a way. It's definitely something that I am anticipating to see. And I don't know how else to really express that. So.
Right.
Yeah, but, oof.
But, yeah. I just can't see how Dean doesn't walk out with the belt. Like, I don't think they've advanced anybody on the right team enough to go AJ with the belt, even though AJ has that clean win against John Cena a month ago. That's no help. That's no over-the-top safeties. That's one-on-one you and boss, right?
Right.
You have to figure that out twice a year. I watched. So, it's kind of funny. Like, Dean plays that anti-hero, and I think people really dig it, but I think AJ would be better suited to run things. and when people chasing you and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Right. I hear you. Man. That's my opinion. Man, what?
Right.
I don't know. It's gonna be a very it's very interesting, Keith. It's very interesting.
Right.
Amusing too. Hilarious.
Yeah. No doubt.
So.
But with that being said, I think we're gonna wrap this up. We'll be back next week with a recap of Backlash, and I guess we'll be getting y'all set up for Night of Champions.
All right.
And with that, we are out. Peace.